Say good morning to the lovely viewers.
Good morning. Let me wash it. Ow.
Doing a washing. She says, oh, you're going to need a t-shirt on in this weather. She's just washed both of my t-shirts, so I can't wear a t-shirt until they're dry.
I'll be ready in an hour.
I'm not as mucky as everyone thinks, you know. I do wear this every day, but it was washed yesterday. I've got two of them.
That's clean on today.
This is clean on today. I like it. It brings out my tanned head. Anyway, plans. Have we got any plans today? Anything?
Don't know, not a lot.
I'm going to have a quick look at the back of the van, Mazzy.
Are you?
At the lights, just see if I can just touch them up a little bit.
Oh God. Gorilla Glue ain't involved, is it?
No, tape.
Oh!
Not Gorilla Tape, just tape. Ideally, what I wanted to do is completely redo these. You know, I got this see-through tape because all this is smashed. And it's not stuck down right well at the bottom. So I wanted to take it off and do it properly, but I've not got enough tape, so I'm just going to have to put a bit over here, I think. Just to make it a bit more watertight and secure. On the other side, it's just a little crack. But I'll just tape that side down as well. So this is the stuff I've been using. I think we got this from Halford's. Expensive for what it is, but it's just a see-through tape. I've just gone over that one, just should be okay now. But yeah, I basically reversed into something there and something there, both within an hour of each other. Smashed that one completely, you might remember. But can someone tell me, will we pass the MOT like that? I'm not sure if it's MOT worthy or not, because the lights themselves work. You know, and the bulbs are in there, and you can see them, the colour they're meant to be. So I don't see why it wouldn't pass. So if someone can tell me, don't guess, but if you do know, let me know. Because if it doesn't pass, we can't afford to get it fixed for the MOT. You're talking two of these, they're about £350 each. You know, just for this plastic cover. So that's, I think that's what I worked it out at anyway. So you're talking £700 just for two of them. And the MOT is due in about 2 months. So I'm hoping that will get us through. Well, that will have to do. I've just stopped the bottom bits flapping around, that's all. Yeah, something else I wanted to have a look at today is this. I don't think I can do anything with it. Because that's obviously been ripped off when I've scraped into something, and I'm guessing these have just completely bent and I've no more screws, so I don't think I can do anything with that, but I think I'll unscrew it and just have a look. So the first problem I had is I couldn't get the screws out because they're completely bent. Obviously they've been in there, we've hit something and it's bent the screws, and this was all displaced, so I couldn't get it out. Anyway, I went to get my toolbox, came back and Mazzy had done it. Typical, isn't it? So what the plan is, just get some screws to replace them to hold it back in place where it should be. So it'll be something like that. And then across the top, I don't know if this is possible. This is what came off it. Found this on the floor. Maybe I can put that back on, but it's bent. Mazzy thinks it's metal, I think it's plastic. So I don't know if that's going to bend back or not. If it does, then as you can see the trims broke. I've got this, which is, you know, it's not the same, but I thought I might be able to just clean it up with that. What do you guys think? I think I could make it look better, that's for sure. But it's all depending on whether Owen's got any screws, because I haven't got any that kind of size. I was just going through my toolbox looking for, well, I'm actually after one of these. You know, it's a bit like an Allen key, but it's a star end. Can't see any in there, but
It's called a posse, darling.
It's called a posse?
Yeah.
That's what I'm told. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Is that right, people? Is it a posse? What would she know? Anyway, I'm going to move back onto that in a bit. That's for something else I'm doing off camera. But in the bottom here, I saw a few screws. And look at this. These are the two which are no good anymore. They're almost identical. They're almost identical, just a tiny bit bigger which is perfect. That's just what I need. Let's crack on with the job. Well, that idea were rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Look at these. I didn't look at them properly. It's a square end. What good is a square end to anybody? I'm 44 years. I'm 27 years old, and I have never in my life seen a square end on a screwdriver of any kind. That is ridiculous. That's no good to anyone. They might as well go in the bin. Rubbish. So all I'm left with is these. Now they're not as long, but they might do. You know, they're of similar length. They're just a bit smaller, if anything. But I might get away with 2 of them, which aren't square. They're no good. They're not biting. I can't get it to bite, so I need some bigger screws. It's obviously damaged the, you know, the hole which was in there. It's widened it or something. So I need to try some bigger screws. Never mind, we'll get there. Luckily it's not a major fault, you know, it's just something I want to make look a bit tidier. And it will. So as you know, I'm waiting to see if I can get 2 screws before I can continue with my work. Mazzy's found something to do, haven't you?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm going to polish up the wheels.
Polish up the wheels, that's a great idea.
Make them look nice.
I'd love to help, but as I say, I'm in the middle of a job at the moment, so you crack on with them, love. You're doing a good job. It's too hot today to do proper jobs.
Boiling.
It's supposed to be the hottest day of the year.
Yeah, what is it? 24, 27?
Well, 24, but we've already had 27, 28 here on days when they said it's going to be 23, so it's going to be warmer than that.
Anyway, I'm going to crack on.
Yeah, you crack on. As I say, I'd love to help. But got to finish one job before you go on to the other, haven't you? So I'll just hang around for a bit. Wait for me 2 screws. Then I can do my job, and then I'll help her if she hasn't finished that job. I think she might have finished that job by then. Which isn't a problem, you know, as long as I get my 2 screws and do my job. I'll just hang around, yeah, and just wait for 2 screws.
Oh my god. Ah.
So that's one wheel done.
Yeah.
It is amazing what a difference it makes just cleaning your alloy wheels. Well done, Mazzy.
On to the next.
On to the next. I'll join you, I'll try and help you in a minute if I get my screws and get my job done, but...
Oh, look how dirty these ones are compared to that.
It's that mucky, you can't even see the silver. That's it. Give it a good scrub, that's it, Mazzy, you're doing really well. I'll hold camera, but I'm going to have to go in a minute because I've got to wait for my screws. Just a little bit of advice from you experts out there. I could Google it. I know I could Google it, but it's much easier just to read the comments. Someone will know the answer. MOT is due on this in September, I believe, or beginning of October. So, do we have to go back to the UK to get an MOT, or can we have it done over here in Ireland? Need to know, because I don't know. I can't plan the rest of the year until I know if we're stuck in, if we have to go to England or we can stay in Ireland. I don't think we want to go back that quick, to be honest. We haven't seen all Ireland yet. So we're into another month, June, spelt uni, because this is Belgium, sorry, this is from Belgium, from Danny de Schrijver. I do like that picture of Mazzy. That's fantastic. And she came out of there with bits all over it. She wanted me to get in. I says, I'm not getting in there, it's filthy. She came out, she had bits all over that top. It took me 10 minutes to clean it. What a great photo. So the temperature in the van, in the shade at the moment, got to remember it's early, it's only about 10 AM. Let's have a look, Oh, it's above 0. It's above 10, it's above 20, it's 25 degrees, 25, 26 degrees in the shade, in the van, at 10 AM. It's going to be bubbling today, it really is.
What on earth are you doing now?
Well, I was This is something we wouldn't put on camera because we thought it was a security risk. We've had it for a good 6 months now.
Yeah.
I was insisting the door was warped, actually warped, because sometimes we'd go to places, it might even be a year, Mazzy.
Yeah.
We'd go to places, we'd go away from the van and the alarm would go off.
Yeah.
Now, I worked it out, I had to, every time, I had to like push it on the top and bottom. I think it was this opening a touch or it wasn't closing properly. And there was a gap at the top and bottom, especially
massive gap,
especially at the top.
Can't see it now, guys, but we'll explain in a minute.
And I found out what it was. I was trying to tighten the hinges up. It's nothing to do with that. But because the problem is at the top and the bottom, I didn't think it would be anything to do with the lock. And it is. It's these stupid things. Now these are not fully screwed in, they're not fully screwed out. So I've played with them in the past thinking, I wonder what they do. And played with it and it didn't seem to do anything. And I've obviously left it, but I've left it, you need to get them right so that that gets right and hooks it right at the top, if you understand what I mean. There's a gap there now, but when I play around with them and tighten them a little bit more, that will go.
So this is usually how our interior lock would look like, yeah?
Yeah, so you always have these two things sticking out.
And that's what you've been playing with over the year.
Yeah. So now, I'll need to adjust it again to get it right, but now it's a matter of playing with it until the gap's gone, which it will be, and having it so that it isn't too tight that the door becomes too tight, because it then becomes, it like scrapes, does the lock, and it becomes quite hard to open and close. So I just need to get the balance right. So I've fixed our security problem.
Yeah, thanks, darling.
I've fixed his alarm, a security problem, and his warping door all in one. So I've played around, done a bit of magic. Woo! Abracadabra. And it's sorted now, Mazzy, look.
Yeah.
Open, close. It's not too stiff for opening and closing. And if you look at the seal at the bottom now, that is pretty tight up. So the alarm is not going to go off again. I'm a genius, absolute genius.
So we're still playing with it, trying to get it perfect.
Yeah, that's going to have to do.
It sounds a bit stiff though, just close it one more time.
It's the bottom one, you know these things I showed you, the bottom one, as I screw it in, is just scraping on this as it's going in.
Yeah.
So I'll just put a bit of WD-40 on there, it might just smooth it off or something. If not, I'll get some Gorilla Tape.
No! Try it. Oh, it still sounds stiff. Yeah, it's still grinding on something, but
it's alright.
it's pulled the door closer, so it'll do, won't it?
Not a problem. Not a problem anymore. This is the last thing I'm going to say about this. I think what we've come to the conclusion of is, yes, they need to be at the right place, but we do think when we had his new screen put on, because that's when it seems to have started, isn't it, Mazzy?
The fly screen, yeah.
The fly screen. That's the...
We had a whole new frame. This is a whole new frame.
When they've done that, I believe they've taken this off, and what needs to be done really, because it's just scraping on here, so ideally I think I just need to undo these bolts under here and just move that over a tiny touch. I think he's put it back in the wrong place, but I can't do it because one of the screw heads is starting to go when I'm putting a screwdriver in, so I daren't do it any further. It's alright, it's half fixed, isn't it?
No, the door shuts properly now.
Well, the door's fine, yeah. It's just me being picky.
Well, I can't believe it was your fault all along.
Well,
you fiddling with screws and God knows what. You've got to stop fiddling.
No.
Yes!
Back to the power station stroke solar generator. A few more people have said things. You know, we're listening to all the comments. Someone said, you remember that lead you had in the back? Well, we've got, this is the longer one we've got for his main generator. I'm not getting the small one out, but same principle as this. In there and a plug. So we thought we're going to see if we can power up the entire van, you know, the plug sockets in the van, using the power station. So let's plug it in. I should have done that the other way around, I know, I'm sorry. Okay, we're plugged in. Right, Mazzy, I need you to go inside and look at the thing and see if it's showing that we're on hookup.
So I can't believe it. It actually looks, this sign here means we're on mains electric. So this generator is giving us the power to the fan like we're on mains. Yeah, we're on mains, honey.
So that's working.
That's working.
Right, this, to do that you have to have this on and press the AC on button. People said you don't have to use that, you do. It won't work otherwise. It's showing that we're only using 51 watts, which is cool.
What have we got on then? What's using 51 watts?
That will probably be, it could be anything. It could just be the plug to charge the phones in the bedroom, something like that.
Yeah.
51 watts, that's nothing. Right, try turning the fridge on, Mazzy, see if that affects the wattage.
Okay, so let's give this a go. So it's off at the moment. Let's turn this on. It's showing we're on electric hookup. Babe, we're on electric hookup. Yes, it's working.
So with the fridge plugged in, this is now saying 209 watts. So the fridge isn't using much wattage, whatever anyway.
Is that not a lot of wattage?
No, this thing does 1,200 watts, Mazzy.
Right, you know the next important thing then?
Yeah?
Can I try hair dryer and straighteners in the mains plug?
Yeah, go on.
Go on then.
So what we've got is we've got electric hookup in the van. We've got the fridge on.
Yeah.
Now you're going to try it, you've just plugged that in, the straighteners.
Let me just turn them on. Yeah.
They're working as well?
Yep, red light's on, it's not flashing.
Okay, let me just check the wattage.
Oh god, that's boiling already.
Okay.
Oh my god, that never gets that hot that
Keep
quick.
it on and I'll go check the wattage.
Yeah.
446 watts. So you can.
Hold on, another test. We've got lots of tests
Well,
to
there's
do.
no point. There's no point, Mazzy. It's basically doing exactly what it did inside when we plugged it directly into that. So, what you can do is have this plugged in, not be on electric hookup, and just use that as if you're on a campsite electric hookup.
Yeah, but the most important thing for us is heating. I wonder if we can get the heating on the electric, saving gas.
Well, you will. Go give it a go.
So up to electric. Put the heating on. Number 5. We're going to hear now if that kicks in.
Well, the lights are on, so it is working.
Yeah, they're not. They would flash now. This would flash if this wasn't working.
Yeah.
So we've got the fridge going, and maybe we can have some heating as well on the road.
Which is a perfect thing to do when it's 28 degrees in here. Let's try that. Let's test the heating. Right, I'm going to go test the wattage again, just make sure it's okay.
Yeah, go test the wattage. I'm not feeling much heat out of it, so I'm not sure if it is actually working.
Okay, well we've tested it.
Yeah.
Most we can do. So I'm happy with that. You have got an option now. If you're not on a campsite and you've got this and it's fully loaded up, especially if you're only going away for a weekend, I don't know how long it will last, the battery, I'll be honest. But I'd hope a day, maybe 2 days. Not a day or two with the fridge on constantly, but you know, if you just want it on for an hour or two, a few hours, and then turn it off again, you've got the option of plugging it in here, and then maybe finding a way of having that in your garage, and the lead just coming out of the garage somewhere, maybe between the rubber or something. I'm sure that's possible. So you'd have your generator safe in the boot, which is silent. That's a lawnmower in the background, guys. That is not the power station. You'd have silent power. It'd be just like being on a campsite. That thing is amazing. Very, very happy. Are you? Are you happy with that?
I'm ecstatic.
Ecstatic?
Yeah. Because we've got things working when I know when we're on the road. It's gonna. That is worth every penny.
If we can keep it charged, that's the big thing. And we don't know that yet until we're on the road.
Yeah.
But for full-time travellers like us, because you're on the road every day, you are charging it every day. So I think it's going to be fantastic.
I know it's pretty expensive, but when you're weighing it up to your usage, to what your needs are, it outweighs the price for me.
And especially if you can hook it up to your solar panels on the roof.
Oh, that's the next thing you got to try.
Yes. Well, no, I'm not doing that now, Mazzy.
Aren't you?
No, because the company have been in touch.
Yeah.
They were impressed by our review of the solar generator stroke power station. And they've got a new product coming out at the end of the month, which is a 120 watt solar panel, you know, like a portable one. So we will be able to do it whenever it's sunny. It's going to be amazing. The one on his roof's only 100 watt. The one they're sending us is 120.
What's the sizing? Because the one on the roof is like a metre by a metre.
Oh, I don't know about the...
No, I mean the size, yeah. Where are we going to put this big thing?
No, it'll roll up or something. It'll only be small.
Oh, really?
It's probably going to be like a little mat, which you unfold.
Oh, wow.
It's not going to be like something you've got on the roof, a big, heavy plastic thing.
Oh, I see.
So, we've got more power than we need when we hit the road, Mazzy, so, I don't know. I think, let's sell some. Anyone interested in power, just come over. We'll charge you, what shall we say, £3 an hour? £3 an hour and you can have use. No, you can't. No, it's all ours, isn't it? It's all ours. So once upon a time, these three things here had on one of these. Now I can see it being a bit of use on there. It's still not very good. Bit of a waste of space if you ask me. In fact, I think there's one outside here. There is. You know, we don't use it. What use could it possibly be in the kitchen there? You know, a piece of wire which should go across there. It's rubbish.
I suppose you tuck all like your recipes and stuff in there.
Tuck your recipes in there?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a motorhome, Mazzy. Waste of time. And now we're stuck with these stupid three blobs which we don't need, and we can't take them off because it'll leave holes. Not impressed with that Heimer. So I've just been to see Owen, who's pretty much, well, he's become my dad. He's my dad, honestly. he's just like a dad. I said, I need some of these. He says, well, looking back in my car, there might be some. There's a box full. And I got them and I thought, nah, they're way too big. But I thought I'll try it anyway. Brought them over and I thought I'll just check behind, see what it's going to go in. Make sure it's not going to hit a water tank or a pipe or a wire or anything. And they're not. There's nothing behind there. It's just this hollowy bit, I think. And it's going in. And it's holding it, look. That is exactly parallel. Pretty much. Perfect. So I'm going to get these two in and then I can work on this strip. They haven't gone exactly flush. But I'm really not bothered about that. That is solid. That's not moving anywhere. Perfect. Let's just shut this door, see how it looks. Ugh. Okay. So, what I need to work on is, I don't know, is it meant to be that far over or is it meant to be over here? Have I done something wrong here? Anyway, I'm not bothered. As long as that's tight in, I'm happy. I'm going to try and put the trim back on there now, but I need to hammer it back in the middle because I've bent it. I don't know. Hardly any gap there. Let's just check the other side. Yes, it is right. It is right. It's just this bit looks weird. It's the way they've done it. I think that bit, to be honest, should have gone behind that bit. What do you guys think? I think that's designed wrong or put on wrong. Anyway, yeah, this bit here, the bit we've got is bent, so I need to like try and hammer it in a touch, put that back on the other side, and then put a bit of trim on, see if I can just tidy it up to try and make it look a bit like that. That's the culprit in question. See how it's bent out as I've hit something. I've hammered that baby as straight as I can get it now. I've put it on. You know, it's not going in the grooves properly because there is like grooves at the side. It's meant to like sit in at the top and bottom. It's not perfect. I'll tell you what, that's actually stuck as it is. So I'm very happy with that. Now I need to decide, is it worth putting some trim on, which won't match the bottom. That's the thing, you see. Is there any point in trying to make that look better and possibly making it look worse for all the effort it's going to take? I don't know, but for now, that's another job fixed. Buzzing, absolutely buzzing. People were asking last night, Mazzy, about the vanish you used on the sunscreen.
Okay.
Did it work or not?
Did I not show the end product?
No, because you ran out of vanish.
I did, yeah.
You're going to get some more and do the job properly.
Yeah. Well, when I say do the job properly, I'm going to do it all again.
But it's
yeah,
worked.
It's worked.
There's no marks on there at all. In fact, it doesn't even need doing, Mazzy.
No, it's perfect, isn't it?
Crystal clean.
Yeah.
So yeah, vanish does a very good job. So we're hitting 28 degrees and it's 11 o'clock in the morning. Why do they say on the weather it's going to be 24, 25, 23? They're never right. Never ever right. It's always warmer in Ireland than they say it's going to be on the weather. There you go. Lots of manly jobs done today. The motorhome's looking even better. It's almost as good as it was when it came out of the showroom. Just a few more niggly tiny little bits and it'll be perfect. So very happy with that. I will say goodbye. Mazzy's gone to put some washing out or something. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Too hot, honestly. 31 degrees on the thermometer now, I've just checked. Enjoy your day. Thanks for watching.
Please comment and hit the like button. That helps our channel grow.
If you like what you see, click here to subscribe. Check out this other great video.
And if you really want to show your support, join the club, become a Patreon for extra videos and perks.
The more support we get, the more content we can give. We'll see you tomorrow
On
Travel Trolls TV.